What's up, guys? It's your boy Andy back with a Jeep video. Guys, this is a new Jeep, okay? It's 2015. Our old one got totaled in a crash on the highway involving a dump truck and 6 other cars. So I can't go much into that right now because it's still an investigation going on, so I can't really post about it. But that's what happened to our 2014 Wrangler soft top. This Jeep is a 2015 Wrangler Sport hardtop. And it's got the push bar in the front. It's got the awesome halo lights. And it's got the lights on the steel bumper. Yes, this has got a steel bumper. I absolutely love it. This thing looks mean. So we bought it yesterday, okay? Drove it 2 hours home. Perfect. Ran awesome. Started it up this morning. Smelt gas immediately. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So we get it home, started up, smelt gas. I even got the garage door open. And I'm like, oh great. You know, maybe one of the fuel lines were leaking, but it was coming through the vents into the cab, and I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, it was making me nauseous. And this is what I found. This line right here, definitely, it's like dry rotted, right? So I popped this side of the fuel line out, and I have to take this out. It's pretty far gone. I don't think it was leaking any gasoline out, but the vapors were coming out because of the dry rot. So I'm gonna have to go to the other side and find another clamp like this and just take it out. Hopefully it's an easy fix. That's what I'm hoping. All right, also you wanna pack paper towels or rags down here to catch most of the fluid so it don't go over your shop floor. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the bottom clamp to get this hose out. Honestly, let's take the breather line out. And let's take this breather line out. To be honest with you. Oh, well, shoot, I can't. All right, got that off. Still make sure the gas line's not leaking everywhere. That would be bad. Try to keep that upright as best as you can. All right, so let's see if I can get a ratchet down in there to get the clamp off. Okay, if you guys ever have this problem, just so you know, it's a 5/16 socket. It's a little baby one, but yeah, we're gonna get down in there, take that clamp off, and try to pull the hose out. All right, guys, here was the problem. Look at that split right here, all the way down. So that's where the fumes and the vapors were leaking out of. And I'm assuming some fluid, not much is down there. But yeah, and then this part too, when I bend it, it's all dry rotted all through this. So this is definitely gonna be a replacement. Thank goodness it's a cheap and easy fix. Okay, so yeah, guys, here's a closer look at the problem. It is sliced on this side, and then look at all the dry rotting spots right there. So yeah, this hose was cooked. But we have a new hose that we're going to put on. So let's get started. All right, so let's see the exact measurements of this hose. Now, this is the old one that's got a crack in it, but we're going to have to figure it out to cut the new one. Oh, that's over 4.5 inches. It's longer than I thought it was. All right, good for you, hose. Got the new hose cut. Here's the old one. Here's the new one. And also, I want to give a shout out to AutoZone. They just gave me the hose. I'm like, all right, so kudos to AutoZone. Thank you. So let's install it back on the Jeep. All right, so we are gonna try to get the new piece back on. Here is the top of the hose here. I'm gonna try to see if it'll fit, actually. All right. Have to get a clamp. Bro, that was turbo. He just flew by. That's funny. Let me redo this, I guess. Keeps wanting to slide off of the hose, and I'm trying to tighten it. Right. Trying to get that on there. Make sure that it's not going to come off. All right, now I gotta get the other half of the hose down there on that. Yay. Oh crap. First, never forget to put your clamp on, because that's going to be fun. All right. Let's try to connect.
A few moments later.
All right, when you get the new hose on, guys, it's going to look like this. I just have to put the screw in the bottom clamp. And then we'll be okay. All right, so in order to reach the bottom back clamp on that hose, I had to get a swivel for my socket. So yeah, guys, I'm just saying in case you might need it, or some of y'all might angle it to where you could just get a straight socket on there. That's fine too. But me, in my case, I had to use a swivel. Alrighty, so got the new hose on. That's what it should look like clamped down. So now I have to put a couple breathing hoses back, which I hope shouldn't be a problem. Put on there like so, and I think this is gonna go underneath the hose and go back on there. And then I'm trying to make sure everything goes back on right. All right, yay. Alrighty, well that is done. Only thing left to do is start up the Jeep and see if it's squirting fuel out everywhere. Hopefully not. Alrighty. I don't see anything coming out the top or the bottom, which is good. Definitely don't smell anything like we did. Man, before it was nasty. I mean, it made me nauseous, so I think we fixed it, guys. Awesome. Heck yeah. All right, so the Jeep has been running for about 20-25 minutes. I'm still kind of smelling some gas fumes, but I think it's just residual, what has already leaked out. Honestly, I think that's what I'm smelling, because I have honestly had it running and the heat blasting, and I'm not smelling it inside the cab, so I think we got it fixed. You know what though, while we're at it, we might as well check the filter in the airbox, see how dirty it's gonna be. There's another clip over here. Alright, the air filter honestly doesn't look that bad at all, but I think what I'm going to do is upgrade this to a K&N air filter, just like this one, but it's going to be like red or blue. Yeah. Because I just like the way K&N air filters perform, and yeah, we're probably going to change that out very shortly, but this one actually looks pretty good. I'm just going to put all this back together. All right, we got the airbox back on. Everything is checked out. I checked the fluids, checked the oil. Everything is good. All right, fam, it's the next day. When I backed the Jeep out after fixing it, I noticed the check engine light came on. So we're going to do some more digging around and see what happened. Alright, what I got is my cheap code reader. That's all I can find in my garage. That's what we're going to use. Hopefully it'll tell us why the check engine light is on. That's what I'm hoping. So let's start the Jeep up. It might help if I get the keys. Alright. Let's verify the check engine light is on right there. Alright. Go plug our code reader in. Right. See what code pops up. One code found. Guys, comment below. What code is that? I know I could just Google it, but I want you guys to comment below. All right, we got a 78 and a 79. I'm probably gonna go ahead and say it's to do with the catalytic converter, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up to be positive. So, yay. All right, so I just looked these codes up. It does say it could be maybe an issue with the catalytic converter being a little dirty, and it says maybe to do with the fuel. It's just giving me like a roundabout answers. Also, I mean, the Jeep's running fine. I mean, we ran it 2 hours the other day. We've been running it around all day. So I'm going to reset the light and see if the light comes back on after we drive it around for, 50 to 100 miles. Maybe it'll come back on, maybe it won't. Hopefully it's not an issue. All right, guys. That code that it's throwing, I'm not really worried about it because it's just, in general, I mean, it says it could be the catalytic converter issue, it could be a fuel issue. I was working on the fuel lines yesterday, getting, the new hose on and stuff, so maybe that tripped the light. You just never know. The Jeep's been running fine. We've been driving it all day. It doesn't, throttle hard. It doesn't jerk around when you hit the throttle. So I'm thinking it's not going to be a catalytic converter issue. It just is not giving any signs of that, at least right now. I hope it doesn't. But I'm going to recheck my work, recheck the lines, and yeah, hope you guys liked this video. If you did, smash that like button, join the family. If you own a Jeep, also comment what style, what kind of Jeep you own. And that's it. Hit that subscribe button for ya, boy. Till next time, stay amazing. Peace.